Hey, me and Matt here, and this is Killer Kyle. Matt here, and this is Killer Kyle. And before we begin, let's talk about sad news that we got this week. The recent passing of one. Pedro Morales was one of the guys who, I guess, helped get the Intercontinental title off the ground.
Oh yeah.
I think he was... Well, there was two champions. And then they had a match, and it merged. Then Pat Patterson had a match and became the first actual singles Intercontinental champion.
Right.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, Pedro, I think was like this, maybe the third guy, second, third, somewhere in there. The guy to hold the Intercontinental title, because I think it was Pat Patterson, and then it was, I know Pedro was in the top few guys to first hold the Intercontinental title before it grew into what it is today. But yeah, certainly a guy that helped bring the Intercontinental title to prominence, and definitely one of the most popular champions there's ever been. I mean, you look at Bruno Sammartino and Bob Backlund. Pedro, I think, was like right up there with those two.
Yeah.
As far as popularity went.
Yeah, and also the first Latino to be the champion.
Yeah.
It paved the way for guys like Alberto Del Rio and Rey Mysterio and
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero, and we'll see what happens if maybe Andres Almas becomes a champion at some point. Who knows? But yeah, one of those guys that were the pioneers of the Latino community in WWF.
Yes.
And famous feuds, I want to say Don Morocco.
Yeah.
But at least not Don Morocco, Bruno Sammartino. I can't think of... I've seen many matches of his.
Yeah.
But it's hard to really pinpoint.
Yeah, pinpoint exact rivalries he had.
Yeah. So, yeah, another wrestler who will definitely be missed. Is just very much a legend in the business. And yeah, that's basically it. My thoughts go out to his family and the colleagues of his in the ring. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we're going to talk about Elimination Chamber. So this year seems to be a milestone.
Yeah,
I think, I don't know if that's what the word is, but the first ever female tag team championships since the 80s.
Yeah. First time having a match for the WWE tag team titles since the Glamour Girls and the Jumping Bomb Angels, or whoever else had tag titles at that time in WWF. And it's one of those things that I think the fans have been wanting for quite a long time. It was just a matter of, I think, getting the women's division to a point where it would be taken seriously and be a very popular thing and an over thing, and for the fans to be fully behind it, and eventually go, okay, like, we've got the Raw Women's Championship, we've got the SmackDown Women's Championship, but what else can we do with these women that really shows how good they are and how have improved on what we've got and can improve on what we've got, and so come out with the women's tag titles. Honestly, can say they're one of maybe 2 or 3 or so championships that I actually favor, so to speak.
Well, I mean, and we said this before, in the words of Camp Brockman, it's about fucking time. Because you have these women. Now, you might say that the women's division, there's not very many females, but to have tag team titles for the women, I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of wish that they would have their own, if that's the way they want to go, like 205, have their own show, just a women roster. See how that goes.
Yeah.
But for now, you have one of the biggest history-making matches for women, like the No Holds Barred match with.
And I know it was Nikki Cross, but
Yeah.
the other one I can't remember.
Well, then you have Victoria versus Trish Stratus, 2002 X Survivor Series,
Yeah.
in a No Holds Barred match.
Right.
Charlotte versus Sasha, Bailey versus Sasha, It's kind of like, yeah, I get it, they're small. So fucking what? These are the toughest women to this day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just the way I see it.
I mean, for Becky Lynch to, quote unquote, take a stray punch, if you will, from Nia Jax and still be like, come at me, bro, I'm ready, I'll still keep going.
Yeah. You're one tough motherfucker when you get hit and you ask for more.
Yeah.
And, I respect Becky a lot. And, that just added to it, I'm sure. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens come WrestleMania. So we have a tag team SmackDown championship match. Shane McMahon and The Miz versus the Usos.
Right.
Yeah. And I missed what happened this past SmackDown, unfortunately. But,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I found on The Miz and Shane getting together and being a tag team, but I can see it work. I don't know. I mean, we'll see how far it goes, at least.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're working They have The Miz versus Shane at WrestleMania.
Eh,
However, how many times do you want to see the Usos as the champions?
right. From what I saw, it was, well, they had an episode of Miz TV, well, Miz TV.
That's what they're called, yeah.
With Shane and The Miz, and they had the Usos on, and I believe it was just a hype up for their match on Sunday, and
Yeah.
maybe some respect was given between the two teams. So, yeah, there's that.
Yeah, and that's true. I mean, the Usos are also liked. I just don't know how long McMiz will last.
Yeah,
I didn't like it in the beginning. It's just, it hasn't really grown on me. But, if, let's say, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable were good tag team champions, what's not to say that McMiz can't be good tag team champions?
yeah,
I don't know. I'm gonna say the Usos, but
one thing that I will add that I did not know until as of yesterday. Now, I don't know how much of a difference it'll make in the match or whether it'll change the match or not. But I was talking to one of my friends on Facebook that also follows wrestling on quite a regular basis and probably has all the internet connections as far as like rumors and wrestling news and stuff like that. From what this person told me was that I'm not exactly sure when it was, but Jimmy Uso got arrested.
oh yeah, that's right.
For disorderly conduct.
That's-
I'm not exactly sure what the full story is and like what entirely happened, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So I don't know how much of an effect that'll have on the match. I don't know if they'll scrap the match altogether.
Oh, they better fucking not. That's for sure.
And have it at another time, or like, is it going to be one of those things where maybe Jimmy only spent maybe 24 hours in jail and then he's going to be having the match on Sunday, or we'll have the match and then on a later date have a court date and what?
I just
don't
think it's
know.
very stupid because here's a guy who has an opportunity with his brother for the tag team championship on Sunday, and he fucks it up for some stupid ass reason, and now he's got to go to court. Now he's got to do this. Yeah, okay. What does that mean for the championship? You have a match on Sunday and you fucked it all up. Why? I don't know. All I know is we better have Shane and The Miz have opponents. I don't care who, because I'm sure as shit no, it may not be the Usos.
Yeah.
I'm getting real sick and tired of this shit. You're grown ass adults and you fuck it all up. Why? I don't know. What do you think we're cool? Uso Penitentiary. I hope that somebody goes in and replaces them and wins the tag team championships. I mean, we mentioned we have a lot of people that could be tag team champions. You still have Sanity.
Yeah. But who knows what the fuck's going on with them right now?
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't seen them on TV for a really long time. Then all of a sudden, hey, they're back, and they're introducing Nikki Cross to SmackDown.
And
then,
she's still on NXT. Yep. I know she's on Raw now. that fucking applauded. You know, and I love Sanity and Naked Cross, but holy shit, that's fucking with the system.
Yeah.
Well, whatever, you know. Could have had them together. Could have had them together. Naked Cross can go win the women's championship from wherever. While SmackDown have Sanity become the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, but no, we have to have Shane and Miz win the championship belts. And Nikki Cross, who knows what's happening to her.
Oh, I want my dad to be so proud of me, and my dream was to be a tag team champion. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, fucking story ass.
Yeah.
Anyways, I can't pick a winner because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's basically gonna have to be one of those things where find out what happens Sunday.
Yeah.
So, I think this match is going to be on the pre-show for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Oh, yeah.
Buddy Murphy defending his title against Akira Tozawa. Now, this match should be interesting, given the fact that it was last week. There was a four-way match to determine a number one contender for the title, and it was Akira Tozawa, Cedric Alexander, I think.
Wasn't it Dale or Tommy?
Right.
I don't know. I can't remember for some reason.
Or it was a four-way, anyway, whatever. Now, Buddy Murphy has done a really good job as champion, and it seems like they're really doing their best to push Akira Tozawa again, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like, he's done an absolute fantastic job on 205 Live, whether it be singles, whether it be his short stint with the whole Titus Worldwide thing,
Yeah.
or now his partnership with Brian Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's done a very good job, and he's had some absolutely amazing matches. And I'm sure this match will be none the different. Now, can Akira win the title from Buddy Murphy? Ooh, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, because you do have two different styles. I mean, Buddy is hard hitting. He's also a really good high flyer, believe it or not.
Yes.
And Akira, the same thing. He's got that warrior Japanese spirit,
Yeah.
and he's also got that strong style there.
Yeah.
And again, he's also a high flyer of sorts,
Yeah.
I guess. So, I mean, it would be interesting to see what happens. I think that it's going to be one hell of a match. I get very impressed with 205 lately.
Yeah.
So, I think it's going to be a hell of a match. It would be a damn shame if it wasn't on the card. But, at the same time, it is 205. But, who knows? I think that it's going to be a good match. Is it Akira Tozawa's time? I don't know. I would think so. I mean, if TJP can be Cruiserweight champion, so can Akira. But I mean, the fact of the matter is, he should have been champion when it was in Titus Worldwide.
True.
But it didn't happen that way. I'd like to see it happen eventually. If it doesn't happen on Sunday, I'd like to see it happen eventually.
Yeah. For sure. I really think that Buddy Murphy has done really well as Cruiserweight champion. Now, he's touting out, you could say, that he's wanting to be the greatest Cruiserweight of all time. And it's like, okay, you're really good. You're really good in the ring. You're really good on the microphone. You're really good at Cruiserweight champion. but you got a long ways to go, buddy.
Yeah.
If you're even gonna remotely come close to calling yourself the greatest cruiserweight of all time, or the greatest cruiserweight champion of all time.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. I don't think that at all. You know, you got to think about others like the original cruiserweights.
Oh yeah.
Like even Brian Kendrick.
Mm.
But, you know, yeah, he is good. And I've seen him. He is actually really good. But I'd like to see what happens if Akira Tozawa wins. I think that would be interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Really make a big difference with him and Brian. Because they're allied to each other now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to say Akira Tozawa.
Buddy has held the title since Super Showdown in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So he's held the title now 3 to 4 months roughly.
Sure.
I could easily see Tozawa winning this championship and, you know, still be under the guidance of Brian Kendrick and have a very successful run as Cruiserweight Champion. Then maybe have Brian turn on him and
Yeah.
want the Cruiserweight Championship for himself, although right now, like, haven't seen too much of Brian Kendrick on TV right now.
I don't know if he's injured.
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, they started him on a face run, and so maybe could run with that a little bit longer, and then maybe have Tozawa lose his championship to somebody, and then Brian Kendrick get the title back.
Yeah. I mean, here's a guy that shaved his face and
Yeah, no
went
way.
back to the old school Brian Kendrick jacket. I think the only thing that's missing is Big Zeke.
Yeah, you're really right.
The guy's almost 40, and he still can move pretty well.
He's almost 40, and he could still go like he's half his age.
Pretty much, yeah. His
So,
teeth are yellow. Quit smoking, Brian.
you're like,
Anyways.
yeah, it was really interesting how Brian Kendrick came back in the Cruiserweight Classic, and he eventually he ended up getting eliminated, but then he ends up part of 205 Live and a little bit on the main roster, and I think they liked what they saw of him in the Cruiserweight Classic and wanted to see him compete more, so they, I guess, gave him a contract, and he's been on 205 Live and Raw and what have you, and yeah, he had the beard and the long hair and that, but there was that tag team match with him and Tozawa against Jack Gallagher and Drew Gulak in a street fight. It was like, and seeing him without the beard is like, whoa. Turning back the clock.
Yeah,
My
pretty
gosh.
much. No, he's definitely come a long way from WWE and Ring of Honor and some of Impact
Yes.
as Spanky.
Yeah.
But anyhow,
Or the Brian Kendrick.
yeah, what do you, Brian Kendrick?
I would say that it would be interesting to see Tozawa as Cruiserweight Champion.
Yeah.
I mean, will he be able to beat Buddy Murphy? We'll have to see. I'm sure he can do it and win the championship, but we'll have to wait and see.
We have to also take into consideration that Brian might be outside interference.
Potentially, yes.
So who knows?
Right.
Well, then he got Tony Nese, but I think he's injured. Actually, no, he's back. By the way, really awesome match with him and the Randar.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no disqualification match.
Shit.
Yeah. Although it was kind of interesting watching 205, and him having that no disqualification match with Tony Nese, and then watching NXT UK and him having a match with, I can't remember, but it looked like they had NXT UK live show the weekend of Royal Rumble at the Phoenix Convention Center for the Royal Rumble access.
Yep.
It's like, huh, alrighty.
So we have now the Raw Women's Championship. We got Ronda Rousey versus Ruby Riott.
This match certainly came out of nowhere. Came out of left field, so to speak.
Well, I'm starting to think that because I live in the southern chick,
Logan.
Sarah, are in the Elimination Chamber Take Team Women's match. I probably want to put Ruby in with the Women's Championship for Raw. So,
There's some potential there.
I get it. I think that now that they've thrown a wrench in the Women's Championship match for WrestleMania,
Right.
I don't know what their plan is. If Ruby happens to, and I don't see it happen Sunday, pull off a win against Ronda, then I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Ronda had a match with Ruby before and ended up beating her in, I would say, a fairly good match. Now, this being the second go around, will Ruby have picked up on some things that maybe an intel to a weakness of Ronda's? Maybe. And will have learned some things as to maybe how to defend the armbar or
Yeah.
different tactic to beat Ronda is yet to be seen.
Because we both know that Ruby's been in the independent circuit forever.
Quite a while.
I think that she can be a very good wrestler. As far as Ronda's really come into her own as a professional wrestler, as opposed to the MMA style. She still has that in her. I'm not quite sure what to say.
Yeah, really.
You know, I would like to say Ronda retains. I just don't know.
I will say Ronda retains, but there is a potential for something that I'll save for later.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yes. Oh, God. Alright, here goes nothing. For the Intercontinental Championship, we've got the current champion, Bobby Lashley, and his local 12 to 14-year-old looking childlike mouthpiece, Leo Rush, going against Finn Balor. This is going to be a handicap match for the Intercontinental Championship.
You know what? You go, you fucking talk about this. I'm done. Go ahead.
Well, I mean,
Are you fucking kidding me? Seriously? A cruiserweight? You put a cruiserweight in the championship match. The Intercontinental Championship. Seriously? So, let me get this straight. You had Bobby fucking Lashley as the Intercontinental Champion, and you're gonna put him against Finn Balor. Finn Balor, who had a championship in his first match at SummerSlam years ago. and he had to relinquish it. So what do? You put him in a match with Bobby Lashley. That's fantastic. Oh, well, wait, we gotta put in that 12-year-old piece of gold fucking turd in the match. A cruiserweight. You put a fucking cruiserweight in the cruiserweight championship scene. And not only let's not forget Bobby and Leo are together as a tag team. They're together. Leo Rush is Bobby Lashley's mouthpiece.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, except I hope that either Bobby wins or somehow Finn wins.
Right.
Why they put the 2-on-1 match together, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it either. And I mean, what? It's like if Leo gets a pin on Balor, does that mean Bobby gets to keep the title? Or does that mean Leo gets the title? Or what the hell's with that? And I mean, don't get me wrong, Leo Rush is a fantastic wrestler. Him with Bobby Lashley co-defending, if you will, the Intercontinental title against Finn Balor. I mean, there's no question Bobby Lashley and Finn Balor could have had a fantastic match against each other. You throw Leo Rush into the equation and it's like, huh? Like, wow.
You have no idea how to run a business anymore because your logic, it goes right down the fucking toilet. You had a perfect match. Yes, I get it. I mean, I've said this before too. I like Finn Balor, but he's white bread.
Essentially.
A guy coming out with only tights. Oh, he has a leather jacket too. Sometimes he comes out as the demon with paper mache on his head.
Yeah.
But you had a great match, and then you throw in Leo Rush.
Yeah. For no reason whatsoever. So, yeah.
Well, I've already said my piece. I think Finn needs to win.
Hey, there you go. Nice rhyme.
Yeah.
I honestly believe that Balor is overdue for a championship. He really should be a champion again. If he can get the Cruiserweight Championship, that's fine. Him beating Lashley, the potential is there, but with this match, I don't see it happening. I honestly don't. Like, if you're going to have Finn Balor in an Intercontinental title match, do it with Bobby Lashley. Leave Leo Rush out of it. Stuff him in a closet or a locker if you have to. Hell, put him in a damn shark cage above
I
the
was
ring.
just about to say that. You got the shark cage thing going on, and the WWE put Leo Rush in a fucking shark cage. Because I'll tell you something, he's Bobby Lashley's mouthpiece. So you put the Intercontinental Championship on him. What does that mean for that team?
Yeah.
We all know Bobby can't speak very well, just like me. But the fact of the matter is, it should have been one-on-one. Why they threw Leo in there, I'll never fucking know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So, this match, I think, just came about recently, maybe? Gonna have a no disqualification match between Baron Corbin and Braun Strowman.
ooh,
You know, with everything that they've had going on recently with Braun Strowman, Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and occasionally Bobby Lashley has been okay-ish. I mean, having Braun team up with Kurt Angle and then have him come out and help out Balor and Kurt when they were getting beat up by Lashley, Corbin, and McIntyre was cool. I'm sure maybe next week on Raw they might have a 6-man match with those 3 teams. There really hasn't been anything that says that this is an ongoing rivalry. It just seems to be one of those things where
Let's put it together.
Braun Strowman is a target, and they're trying to see if they can eliminate the monster, so to speak. And I mean, it's kind of funny how just randomly Corbin, McIntyre, and Lashley have all had a problem with Strowman. I don't know why.
Could have been in the Elimination Chamber. Braun Strowman could have. But Vince McMahon comes out and he says, you can't do it. That's it. Nope, you're out of the match.
Yeah.
They put him with Corbin. Okay. I mean, Baron Corbin is a hit and miss.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a shitty suck ass. Like you know, at least he's better than Corporate Kane.
To a certain point.
Yeah. But he could still go in the ring. Now with Braun, I don't think that he can hit the deep 6 or whatever else he uses.
Yeah.
But for the sake of it, I'm just going to say Braun Strowman.
Yeah. I mean, whether or not Drew McIntyre is going to have any involvement in this match, I don't know. Maybe Lashley as well. I don't know. I'm just going to say Strowman because it's basically just a match that they're throwing on the card.
Yeah.
It's not really... virtually meaningless.
Yeah.
And
I would like to say 2 hosses, but I don't think Baron Corbin is that big to begin with.
yeah.
I mean, next to Strowman. So yeah, like we both say Braun Strowman.
Although one thing I find funny is they say Corbin's like 275, 265, 275, and Strowman's 385. So 110-pound weight difference. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, I guess.
And for the love of God, can we put fucking Baron Corbin in something other than a vest, a dress shirt, slacks, and fucking dress shoes, please?
It doesn't do it for him. He's got, and I made this complaint many times. If you got fucking tattoos, fucking don't wear long sleeves. Like, Jesus, like, fucking show off what you know.
It worked when he was doing the whole constable thing, but now he's not. Now that he's not doing that anymore, give it a rest.
Fuck. Like, they learned from Josh Matthews or something?
Yeah, really.
Fuck. Anyways.
So, in an Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship, we've got the current champion Daniel Bryan going against AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, and what was supposed to be Mustafa Ali, but he ended up getting injured, and his replacement, Kofi Kingston.
Yes.
Brother.
Yeah. I guess. Well, I mean, I don't know why I thought Drew McIntyre was in this match. Unfortunately. But, yeah, you have these guys that have already been champion. I mean, Jeff Hardy Definitely someone that you could put the Universal title on. I don't really know how long it'll last.
Yeah.
Randy Orton is up there with fucking, you know, like I'll put it to you this way: when I was a kid, like a '97 Bret Hart was up there, as opposed to he's already had his day. I don't know how else to put it, but
Yeah.
basically Randy Orton should be the last person to be a champion right now. Kofi Kingston, I doubt it.
Yeah.
If they put the Universal Championship on him, I'll be very surprised. I mean, the guy is definitely money. I mean, look, you had a guy who lasted a gauntlet match almost.
Yeah.
So there's that. Here's a guy that every year at Royal Rumble has one way to not be eliminated.
Yeah.
So there's that. Like I've said many times, put a black guy in your main champion role.
Yeah.
You have nothing to fucking lose. Samoa Joe definitely needs to be the champion. Randy Orton's already been WWE champion. I think Kofi could be the first full black WWE champion. Samoa Joe still needs to be the champion. You had him feud with Lesnar and AJ Styles, and he went nowhere.
Right.
Definitely needs to have the belt put on him.
Yeah.
AJ Styles has already been champion, so I won't even go with him.
Yeah.
And who else?
AJ's already been champion. I don't think they're going to put the title on him yet. Jeff, I could see
Oh yeah, Jeff.
with the championship again. Randy Orton, possibly.
Mhm.
Samoa Joe, for sure, is overdue. Kofi, the potential's there, but I don't think WWE will do it.
If they do, I'll shit my pants.
And, like, honestly, if any of those four guys win the championship, fine and dandy. As
Yeah.
long as, like, I got nothing wrong with Daniel Bryan being WWE champion. I mean, I think it's great they put a championship on him again, like a big championship on him again,
Yeah.
after he came back from retirement. I just
You hate the new title.
really wish that if you're gonna change the championship, don't make it look so fucking boring.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, at least with the old, if you will, WWE Championship, yes, it was the big WWE logo in the middle, and then on the outside you had platelets, I guess you could call it, of the person that was holding the championship at the time. Great. But, I mean, to have a championship that's made of, 100% organic hemp and wood from a naturally fallen tree and whatever those little gem things are on it. I mean,
They had to ingest some of that hemp to make that damn belt. I mean, when I first saw the belt, I thought it was a piece of shit. I was a plain thing. It was plain, no color, no imagination. Now, I heard that, yeah, Daniel Bryan's the heel. So what better to piss people off than to have a belt that is organic, environmental friendly bullshit. And then that's fine. I have nothing against that. If he loses the title, I don't want it to be like the spinner belt, where they keep the spinner belt for damn near 10 years, and they fucking had another title.
Yeah.
You know, that's even worse than the spinner belt. I will say that too.
Yeah. I mean, okay, Daniel Bryan's a heel, so you give him a championship that goes along with his save the planet, eco-friendly, vegan attitude. Fine and dandy. I'm all for it. I got nothing against people that want to try and save the planet, or that are vegan, or that are want to be eco-friendly. To each his own. But the sooner they can get rid of that damn belt, the better.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, I thought that they had no originality when they came up with this new WWE Championship that they gave The Rock after he beat Punk.
Right.
But that looks like something a fucking 6-year-old made in grade 4 or
Wait, what?
5
6-year-old
art class for a project.
You need to know math, my friend. Anyways,
Whatever.
yeah, I wanted to talk. When you had The Rock put the new title, I thought, you know, okay, they took the fucking spinner belt away. Good. But as time went on, you're right. I think that, well, it was a different belt. Then it had the new belt. It was just black leather with, like, jewels or whatever you want. And the big W thing,
Yeah.
you know. It was basically a little imagination, but not really. This is like no imagination whatsoever. This is the WWE title, except it's made of wood.
I mean, hell, a grade fucking 9 or 10 student could have done better in a woodshop class.
Yes, a 1-year-old grade 10 student went up in a good, you know what I mean. But, you know, seriously, I think the Dudley boys would like that belt more.
Take it, burn it, inhale the smoke from the fire.
Oh, that would be fucking Rob Van Dam and Sabu. Yeah. But
Got wood, yeah, here you go.
I think that, I mean, if I had my choice, I will say Samoa Joe, or hell, I'll just say it, Kofi Kingston.
I think if they're gonna finally put a championship on Samoa Joe, now would be the time to do it.
Yeah. And you have many other feuds.
Oh yeah.
I mean, hell, you still had this kind of messed up feud with him and Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, better than him and AJ Styles. I don't know what it is with, you know, bashing TNA guys in
Yeah, no,
WWE, but yeah, let's see what happens. Let's put the belt on Joe and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah.
Now on to the probably most targetable match of the night for the,
Oh yeah.
I don't know why they're calling it inaugural. I mean, yeah, it's been over fucking 20 years, but whatever. Elimination Chamber match for WWE Women's Tag Team titles. You got Nia Jackson, Tamina, the Red, Morgan and Sarah Logan of the Red Squad, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, the Iconics, Bayley and Sasha Banks, Naomi and Carmella.
Yeah. We got, I think, I don't know, one tag team from Raw.
3 from each.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because Nia Jackson, Tamina,
Yes, yes.
Bayley and Sasha Banks, and There's another team from Raw. Nia Jax and Tamina. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. And Bayley and Sasha Banks are from Raw. The Riot Squad. Naomi and Carmella. And the Iconics are from SmackDown.
Yes. It'll be interesting. Like I said, it's about time to see women's tag team championships. You know, I just don't know how big of a roster it is compared to the men's. And I hope that they're doing this for the right reason.
Yeah.
But, you know, could very well be good to see women tag team championships. I mean, who knows? I mean, Sasha and Bayley definitely had some great matches together against each other.
Uh-huh.
It'll be nice to see them as the champions, even though I said my piece about Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Nia Jax and Tamina definitely look like and I'm not, you know, I'm gonna say it, they kind of look like a female Wild Samoans.
Yeah.
Liv and Sarah definitely could wait to have the titles. And pretty much the same with Mandy and Sonya.
Yeah.
I could see those two in the near future, but I think for me it's gonna be Bayley and Sasha or Tamina and Nia. Because Tamina is should be almost on her way out.
Yeah.
If they don't put the title on her, then she needs to fucking leave.
Yeah. The one thing that I thought of earlier, I don't really think it'll happen, but there could be a potential. Let's say Ruby ends up winning the championship from Ronda. And then on an auspicious moment, say Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan win the tag titles in the Elimination Chamber. Have all three members of the Riot Squad be a champion of some kind?
I definitely agree with you, dude, but the fact of the matter is it's too soon.
I agree. It is too soon. But, you know, there is a potential for that. For me, I honestly will say, I'd like to see any of those teams win. Except for maybe Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. I don't give a shit about that.
Well, like I said, future, but not now. I don't know. It's kind of a weird call, because where do you go from here?
Yeah.
I mean, you still have women from SmackDown. Like, when do you think they're gonna call the 4 horsewomen of MMA? Or Kairi Sane and Io Shirai?
Right, yeah.
You know, it's kind of, what if?
Here's something else to take into consideration for this match. You got 3 women's teams from Raw, 3 women's teams from SmackDown. And let's say one of the 3 teams from Raw wins. Does that mean it's going to be solely Raw women's tag titles, or solely represented on Raw, or are they going to maybe have a team from Raw win it, defend it on Raw for a little while, then maybe down the line, say Survivor Series, have the titles defended against a team from SmackDown, and then maybe it eventually goes over to SmackDown, and on SmackDown for a little while, then Pogo Stick.
I don't think anybody thought this through.
Back and forth between Raw and SmackDown. I don't know, but I mean, the idea is great. It's well deserved. What they're gonna do with the women's tag titles in the future, we'll see. Who's gonna win this match on Sunday? Who knows?
It's gonna be a good show, despite what we talked about.
Right.
You know, I'd like to see how the Elimination Chamber is gonna look.
Yes.
If they pussified it more. I was actually watching the one from 2010, and you still had the steel mesh and the non-padded floors.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean,
Right.
who knows what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
you know. It'll be cool. I can't wait to see it. I mean, you went this far. Let's see how far more you can go.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
And a take team elimination chamber will be awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I mean, they did a tag team elimination chamber with guys, and it went really well.
oh yeah.
Let's see what the ladies can do. Now, of course, there was the elimination chamber match last year, which, well, wasn't for tag titles, it was for the singles title, but still, that went pretty well. So, you add in more women and 6 teams of 2, you know.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of a revolution that keeps on growing. Evolution, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm more curious as to why they don't have a women's division on 205.
Yeah.
That could happen. I mean, well, you got Alexa Bliss. People complain Alexa Bliss is 5 feet of fury, and she's too small. Well, okay, why don't we put her and Zelina Vega on 205?
You're right.
Something like that, but I can't wait to see it. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be a good show. So, I mean...
Oh, absolutely.
Anyways, this has been another Wheels of Fury episode, and I know that we did another video for Bash at the Beach 96.
Right.
What I meant to say, I guess, and I can't believe I didn't pay attention, was Barely Legal 97. So next week, we're going to talk about Barely Legal 97 ECW. So for me, Matt, this is Killer Kyle, and we will talk to you later. Deuces.
Deuces.